Good day, guys. My name is Terry. Today, I want to talk about something. A lot of people are basically attributing everything about life's purpose to making money. Um, as much as you would not like this, the aim of our work is to glorify God's name, not making money. Money is actually a tool, a side effect for actually doing the good works. Um, Something used to bother me years ago, and really, I had asked God, help me understand this thing. Why would somebody that has more than three private jets, houses in most of the major parts of different big countries, commit suicide? And it disturbed me because coming from the background where I came from, money was everything because we didn't have much of it when growing up. So I used to look at people that had money with, oh, this is where I would love to be. So growing up, I started seeing other things, and I went to God, asked God, and I got an impression in my heart, that even though these people made a ton of wealth, they did not have peace. Please don't get me wrong. I'm not saying money is not good. Money is wonderful. I love it. I love it. You are gone. I love good things. But I'm telling you, when you don't make this in line with the purpose of God, there's no peace in it. So you have these people that have amassed wealth, and these guys don't have peace, and then they end up doing funny things, committing suicide, getting into depression, and all of that. But today I want to share with you guys something I read from a book. For me, people that know me, I'm a reader. I love to read. So there's this book, Beyond Self Interest. Author is Christoph Pelk. It's a good book if you're a reader. If you're not, please. I tell people 10 pages in the morning, 10 pages in the evening. You finish a book in a month. Just keep to the formula. So let me read something for you. The Puritans were a group of people that glorified God's name by doing their work. They didn't think about money. The thing they just had in their head was doing their work well would glorify God's name. So hear this. They were aiming at something entirely different. They sought to increase God's glory and subject themselves to God's purpose, and in doing so, to convince themselves that they were destined for salvation rather than damnation. But in trying to do this, guess what happened? The Puritans were so unbeatable good at their business of money making because they were the only ones for whom making money was beside the point. Remember, their purpose wasn't making money. The Puritans were actually doing their work well to glorify God's name by doing their work well. But something was funny. While they were doing their work and engrossed in doing their work well, they were growing in wealth. So, guys, if you really go and read about capitalism, well, a word people don't like, it's actually associated with the Puritans. But their purpose wasn't to make money. What does that tell us? Money is actually a byproduct. It's actually a byproduct if you're truly in God's purpose. Let's read something else. The Puritan baker, please hear this. This wowed me. The Puritan baker would have got up early and toiled away, even if there was no money in it, except there was. And so his profit grew handsomely. They tell you that these guys were so engrossed that their work would glorify God's name, even if there was no pay to it. These guys will wake up, smile to doing their work. And the question is, are you doing your work with smiles, or are you there just because at the end of the month you're paid a salary? This is a question to ask yourself. Honestly, I'm not touching nerves. I know every time I talk about this, I touch nerves. If you realize that all you are doing in the spot you are is wait till the end of the month to collect salary, and you're not even doing that with the plan of getting to do something that excites your spirit, you're not really in purpose. I'm a business person. Believe me, there are times that it gets rough. There are times there's no business. I just sit here reading books. But guess what? I'm excited about what I do. Sometimes I'm creating Erica. I have body pains. I'm so excited that sometimes I don't notice the body pains until I finish fabricating what I'm fabricating. So, guys, what I'm saying to you this morning is let's not live a boring life. Money is actually a side thing. It would come when you're in purpose, when you're driven to do what you're designed for. Like I tell people, this channel is all about living a purposeful life. Check your heart. It's in your heart. Check your heart. Ask yourself questions. Ask yourself what the why is. And so for example, you're actually there, all that keeps you in a particular place is the monthly salary or the weekly pay or whatever. How long? How long? Yeah, some people would convince you that, oh, it's survival, there's nothing else. How long? What's your strategy? What's your plan to do in purpose? Something to think about. Read more of the Puritans. Ask how they did it. It's something you need to really go in depth and ask yourself. And if you're satisfied with the answer you have, fine. It's good. You're good with it. You have peace. That's what it is. Whatever you do, let there be peace. You should be fulfilled. You should feel you're adding to a greater good. Thank you, guys. I remain your brother, Terry. Thank you for joining me, and I hope you're really getting value from the purpose of life with Terry. Thank you.